Hello ladies and gentlemen and those in between, welcome back to my channel, Everett here, and today we're going to talk about voice lockdown. But before we get started, I would like to give a shout out real quick to one of my newest subscribers, Bill Roper. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Thank you so much for taking the time off to watch my previous videos and for commenting on them. I appreciate your effort and I hope you're watching this video right now, so stick around and enjoy this review. Anyway, let's get started. Voice Lockdown is produced by Ticket2Me, which is Southeast Asia's first blockchain-enabled ticketing platform, and this has indeed captivated not just the Filipino viewers, but also foreign viewers from other countries with its new and charming young stars, Alec and Alec, who play Key and Chen respectively. When I first heard of the series, what images came to my mind were Love Sick the series, Make It Right the series, and My Dear Loser Edge of 17 the series. That's because I thought that this series would be something light and bright and fun to watch, and that it could bring a smile on your face after watching it. Also, I expected that this series would highlight Popular Musicale, and that this series would bring back memories of my teenage years and high school days. And I was absolutely right. This series, just like the other series I mentioned earlier, has brought the young at heart side of myself, and I'm very proud to say that I love this series a lot. Voice Lockdown is a story about finding love in this chaotic time of coronavirus pandemic. This is a story of two young boys who secretly like one another without them actually knowing it. Key has a crush on Chen, and he follows Chen on his social media account, and Chen also has a crush on Key, who he first sees in a garage sale. While it's certainly not the best time to go out and meet someone to fall in love with, Key and Chen find each other in the middle of the enhanced community quarantine by chance, and connect in ways that surprise them both. As they get to know each other despite the restrictions, challenges, and even dangers stemming from the pandemic, something very special starts to blossom between the two of them. Personally, I think that the storyline of this series is not really anything more special than any other series. However, I am glad that the scriptwriter of this series shied away from this typical enemies to lovers plot where the two main characters hate each other at first, and something happens which causes them to become good friends. Like one of them has an accident and the other one takes care of him and then they slowly fall in love with each other. Wow! How predictable. Well, I'm not saying that I'm against this type of storyline, but what I'm trying to say is that this is very common in any VL series. Like, the storyline can be predictable and somewhat tedious. On the contrary, Voice Lockdown is a little bit different because the story is centered around the two main characters who have a crush on one another, but both of them have no idea of it. Isn't it exciting when the one you have a crush on feels in the same way toward you? Well, I know the feeling because I also experienced this back in my younger years, and I gotta say that this is the best feeling in the world ever. Let's talk about the two main characters, Key and Chen. Key is played by Alec and Chen is played by Alec, and I'm not really sure about this, but I read some comments saying that Alec King, also known as Key in the series, is gay in real life, and if that is true, I think that it is absolutely cool to cast a member of the LGBTQ plus community in a BL series, because this can break the stereotype. Because let's face it, for the most part, these actors cast to play the BL series leads are straight guys, and I just love how natural Alec King is. His acting is effortless, like if he's a really straight guy in real life. I gotta say that he did an amazing job in this series, and I just love how he portrayed his character as Key, who has a big crush on Chen, who is played by Alec. In this series, Chen is ambiverted, which means someone in between introverted and extroverted. He's a social media enthusiast who wears a different face once the camera starts rolling, but gets back to his real self when he's off camera. This is pretty common, as there are a lot of YouTube vloggers and social media stars who are completely different the way they actually are when they are not being filmed. And he reminds me so much of Ayn Pangilinan, also known as Vlad of Gaya sa Pelikula. Maybe that's because of the way they talk, like both of them are Kanyos, which is how we call it in the Philippines. And when you say Kanyo, it's a Filipino slang which means someone who speaks bilingual, English and Filipino. They often combine two languages in at least a single sentence. Let me give you an example. Manong, stop! If you live in the Philippines and let's say for instance you want to get off the jeepney, which is the most commonly used public transportation in the Philippines, in Tagalog they say Manong para, or in my mother tongue which is Ilonggo, we say Manong sa lugar lang. Sa lugar lang. Sa lugar lang. But Kanyo say Manong stop, and they speak with an accent. Manong stop. Why do I sound like someone is squeezing my breast? Anyway, Chen is such a sweetheart. I just love how he speaks in English almost all of the time, especially when he interacts with his older sister. He is so charismatic that you will get drawn to him by merely listening to him speak. And of course, the chemistry between Ki and Chen is on point. The first meeting in that grocery store is simply memorable. With their face masks on, both of them look so cute, and there's something about the two of them which can make you instantly get hooked on them. And using the lost medication as an excuse just for them to see each other again is totally relatable. I'm sure at some point in your life, you guys have also experienced the same thing. And I must say that Ki and Chen make the cutest Filipino BL couple. Other than Ki and Chen, I also love Chen's older sister, Libby. I love that scene where she and Chen are having dinner together and all of a sudden she bursts into tears. She acts effortlessly, and I love that the scriptwriter places an importance in an older sister who takes charge of looking after her younger brother despite being left behind by their mother. And this is one of the things I love about this series. And Wilch? He's the hottest security guard I've ever seen in the series. I actually love how Ivoy Kolo portrayed his character as Wilch, who is a security guard, and I feel that the funny side of his character in this series hides how he actually is in real life. Gosh! You have no idea how sexy he actually is. And I hope to see him star in his own VL series because he deserves to have a series of his own. Maybe we can call his series Guard Me, My Security Guard. I also love the fact that the scriptwriter highlights the friendship between Ki and Dev after breaking up, because in reality, it's really not easy to stay friends with our exes. Well, some people can, but as far as I know, most of the people I personally know, and even including myself, choose not to stay friends with any one of my exes, not because I'm not comfortable, but because I think that's how it's supposed to be. Aww. In my opinion, the most impressive thing about this series is that it highlights healthy practices to protect ourselves during this coronavirus pandemic. Yes, we have VL series associated with this pandemic like Gameboys, Hello Stranger, and Ben and Jim the series, but these series just focus on the stories that are formed during this pandemic. However, this series shows what and what not to do during this pandemic. Anyway, this pandemic is not over yet, and we have to continue to take very good care of ourselves, and let's remind ourselves of practicing the following things. 6. Take vitamins. Take vitamin C or multivitamins to help boost your immune system. That way, you won't easily get sick. Seven. Stay happy and in love. We know that a happy frame of mind brings our mood up, and it's medically tested and proven to be true that being in a good mood helps boost our immune system.
Hi, I'm Seth Grantham, also Everett Jebinet's boyfriend, aka Prince. I want to give my take on the coronavirus pandemic from an American's point of view. Today in America, we have 295,056 deaths, over 16 million cases. We are averaging 3,000 deaths a day, and they say by the end of the year, we'll be averaging 5,000 deaths a day. Now I know those are all daunting numbers, and the good news is there is a vaccine. It was approved yesterday and will be given out to emergency people, first responders, the elderly, the sick, and eventually by everybody in the world should be vaccinated by spring, latest July. And until then, we have to take precautions like social distance, wear hand sanitizer, wear a mask outside when you go outside, definitely. Wash your hands for up to 30 seconds every time that you use the bathroom, or any time you can wash your hands is a good time. If you have nothing to do, just lay down on your bed and watch TV, like I do. Or just walk around in circles sometimes, like I do. If there's nothing else to do. But the thing is we all have to get through this together. And this is a big deal. And if we all just follow those guidelines and do what we're supposed to do, we will make it through this. And that is my take on the coronavirus pandemic.
I love this series so much, and I must admit that I didn't expect this series to be so good. In fact, I didn't even see the kissing scenes coming. Seriously, I guess Xavier and Miko of The Lord Stranger and Ben and Jim of Ben and Jim series should learn from Ken and Chan of Voice Lockdown. Anyway, on a serious note, clearly I think that these people in charge of the things we don't see on screen didn't try to make this series to be anything else apart from being a cute, feel-good series. And I'm sure you guys who have been watching BL series for years will agree with me that the simplicity of this story is what makes it work. Nothing complicated, no crazy deep character or story twisters, no character baggage issues, no ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend issues, no family or friend dramas or whatever. And Voice Lockdown has indeed proven that a simple storyline can work magic, and that simplicity is beautiful. Aww. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you like this video, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when my next video comes out. Peace outie! Personally, I think that the storyline of this series is not really anything more special than